What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're playing with CLIK-B8 again. I want to address the rear coilover because I want to see this bitch low. So I'm going to jack it up. I'm going to attempt again to try and get that brake disc off so I can see how far in the wheel's going to sit. I want to play with the fitment and I want to get it low. So we're going to jump into that in a second. First off, this weekend is Burnout Masters. Of course, I'm not paid to say anything or affiliated with them in any way, shape or form, which one day I hope to be. But myself, Indy, Tim, and his partner Monique will all be there this weekend on the Sunday for Burnout Masters. So hopefully on the Saturday, too many cars don't blow up because I want to see some of the big boys on Sunday. So if you guys are going to be there, make sure you come over and freaking say hey. I want to meet some of you guys. So if you're going to be at Burnout Masters, come and say hey. Make sure you definitely come and say hey. Now, another update with the injector hat that we're getting from Composite Specialties. We have picked a design. We have put in the order, I guess you'd say, because they make them by hand. So it will be 2 or 3 weeks, if not a little bit longer before we get it. But it's going to be custom made to us specifically to suit our build, and it's going to be freaking nuts. It's going to be awesome, and I cannot wait for it. I guess that's enough for the updates right now. I slept in a lot today because I worked last night, so I kind of have to pull my finger out and get straight into this. So I'm just going to jack the car up and
I don't know what you mean by I slept in a lot today because I worked last night, so
yeah, so I'm going to jack the car up now and see what we can do. All right, so name of the game, Wacky Boy, big knockometer. Going to try and get this rusty piece of crap off. So first off, I'm going to have to take the brake caliper off and then get down whacking. And yes, I'm using a jack stand this time. You guys ate me alive last time for not using one. I guess still for safety, so thank you for looking out for me. But yes, I do have jack stands this time. I'm going to lower these pretty much. It's not wrong, but I'm going to be messing around with the spring tension pretty much, which would adjust the way that the car feels. But this is pretty much just for cosmetic looks, just to see what it's going to look like. I'm going to bring these two collars all the way down, max them out. Normally, you would leave these for the spring tension so that they sit at the specific right, whatever you're supposed to have them at, yada yada. And you would spin this bottom housing, like the little coupling, up and down to create whatever your height is. But we're just going to work the other way around. It's a quick way to do it. If I was dailing the car, it would make it so that it would drive pretty weird. It would be a lot more bouncy, which when you have really tight fitment, you don't want. But yeah, it's just what we're going to do today. So now this has got a quick appointment with the knockometer, and we'll see if we can get her off. I literally just gave it, I tried to smash it from the back, and obviously that wasn't working. So I just smashed it from the front, try and break the little seal it had. I'm really hoping you don't have to take the whole hub assembly off to get this off, because if you do, I'm gonna be cutting it. So for people that aren't aware, or for the people that ever want to adjust their handbrake in a VE, this is it. It's a drum brake. So you adjust it by this little windy boy, this little cog just here, and it goes in and out. That's how you adjust the strength and the tightness of it. But since we won't have a rear disc, rear brakes, no handbrake. But a lot of burnout cars are kind of like that. It'll have park, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Alrighty, now I'll quickly wind this down and we can chuck it all together. I might just use the hammer to bend this out of the way because I know the wheel actually no, the wheel shouldn't touch it. Either way, I'm gonna stop babbling, let's see how this goes. So normally you'd either have to, if you think smart, this has to rotate left to come down, this has to rotate right to go up. Now they are locked together by spinning the top one going left and the bottom one going right, so those ones are pushing against each other. Now, you could go from behind and try and pull back, but that's obviously, you can't see what you're doing and you're definitely gonna punch something. So instead, if you just go on the front, get a good tooth grip, 1, 2, 3, there we go. And that should, yeah. So now, I'm literally just gonna wind this all the way down. Rule of thumb, if this part takes forever, then actually lowering this part's gonna be even longer because there's pressure on that, so it's not gonna be fun. But this should be freaking low. It's a good thing we got that jack point because I don't know how we're gonna get the car back up. It's gonna be cool. I've always wanted to kind of max these out. Well, I guess isn't really maxing them out, but I've always wanted to see how low I could get them. All right, so this normally works better with 2 hands so that I don't end up smashing my knuckles on something. So I'll just cut back once I've got this to here. Alrighty, and now there is so little tension coming off the spring, I can move these by my hand. Which, yes, for a driving application is quite dangerous. Actually, what am I talking about? No, it's not. Go full send. Do this. Do exactly what I'm doing right now. Live your life to the edge. Have your car slammed. Be cool. But yeah, pretty much all this means is this spring, how it can move right now, it's like an old school Commodore. I remember with my old VR wagon, you could jack it up, and as soon as there was pressure off that strut, you could pull the spring out. So it's sure it's an issue when the car's jacked up, but when the car's got weight on it, it's gonna be pushing on this anyway. It's like, just full send, full send. I approve a full send. Just do it. All right, we're almost there. Almost there. Almost. There. Now, I'll just make sure. I'll just double check that the spring's gonna seat properly in where it's supposed to, and then we'll chuck the wheel on and slam her down. It's a good thing that this is a track car and it's only ever gonna be like rolling around kind of thing. We should be able to get that with the camber adjustment, just so that this tire's tucking in a bit, because at the moment, that's as good as it gets in there. We can get more from that though. I reckon with that tiny bit of poke, yeah, look at that. There's a couple mil in that. We'll be able to get that out easy, I reckon. And it honestly must just be that it's got no weight in it, because that's like with the coil maxed out, I would expect that to want to be near the freaking lip, like lip of the wheel. So it must just be because of the lack of weight. But also I haven't done the other side, so it may be that it's a bit higher. Yeah, I can see that the car's on an angle, so it probably also have something to do with that too, but at least it's a little bit lower and has a bit better fitment. God, it's a mess in here. Anyone want a VE dash? I've got that, and I've got like the top half of it too. I haven't got the center bit because I'm using that, but if anyone needs a full VE dash kind of thing, like, just come and take it. I want to get rid of it, like 20 bucks, take it, leave it, gone, whatever. But getting some mad fitment looks there. Still, I want it to drop so the body is pretty much flush with the lip of the wheel, so you can't see any tire. But I'm assuming that is just a weight issue. If I really could be bothered, I could take the coilover out and completely lower it the other way so that it has no tension from the spring, but it seems like that's as low as I can get it right now. And if you stand right here, you can literally just see that little bit of the lip sticking out. That's that tiny bit, couple mil to play with. But also, you can't really see it because of all the crap in the way. But normally, I would have a little bit more camber than that. So definitely needs an alignment to play with where it can sit, because I like some camber at the rear. God, it would have been poking quite a bit if it still had this on there, giving us that couple mil. Guess let's do the other side. Alrighty, so if you can see, that wheel is quite, especially if you use that jack, like the jack handle behind it. The jack handle's leaning in, which would theoretically be positive camber in this case. That wheel looks like it is standing nearly straight up, no camber. This wheel, a lot more camber, and still has the brake assembly on. So I tried to get the brake assembly off, but I can't find my 18mm socket, can't get the brake off. Now look how much that tire pokes out. And that's with max camber, or with a lot of camber. This side, not as much camber, and it's on the tire. Now, if I put weight on the car, can't even bounce. This side's that stuck on the tire. This side's still just touching it. So I only need a tiny bit more camber, and this bad boy will sit nice and flush and really freaking low. And it will sit a lot lower than this. Again, must just be because of the weight. Because on the last setup, I had the body of the car sitting about here. So it's still got this much distance to travel. We'll get there. Plus as well, the lower the car gets, the more camber it gets. So that should help us lean in our favor too. Or I could just get a tiny bit machined off the back of the wheels. Either way, the fitment is coming along and looking killer. Like when you look at that, that's pretty fat. You know, I did want to stand the rear wheels up a bit, less camber, but now that I'm looking at it, it just has so much more aggression when there's more camber, so I will definitely be adding more. Now, I know I'm not stancing it. It's not freaking like Jap spec with like insane tilty wheels. I'm not saying I don't like that, but it has its place. In this build, or at least for my car, I do enjoy a bit of camber, but not like 11 degrees negative. It's more like 1.5. So whereas that is probably less than half a degree negative camber. I'll give it another degree maybe, and they should fit freaking Mickey. Sorry, I keep looking at the actual car. That's why the camera keeps drifting up. I'm not paying attention to what I'm filming. But yeah, that fitment is almost near flush there. Now, I don't want to pump the guards anymore, especially this one, because this one's got the repair in it. And obviously there's a bit of bog in it, so if I start pulling at it, I don't want to chip all that out with all that paint. But I'll still make these fit. And the big thing is even if they scrub a little bit, it doesn't matter, because whenever these wheels are actually on, I'm only ever going to be cruising, going to be chilling, maybe on a racetrack or driving around Summernats at Exhibition Park. Like, you won't be hitting potholes at max speed that are going to freaking bottom out and scrub on the car and everything. It can afford to be this close and still be completely functional. But I definitely do like a bit more camber, so I'll definitely get it. And I love, like, from this angle, how you can only just start to see the face of the wheel. It looks pretty gangster. But yeah, pretty much my only limiting factor when lowering the car is making it so it is still able to get onto a trailer. That's literally the only thing that I need to care about and worry about. As long as it can get onto a trailer, then we're good to go. And at least with the trailer the old man's got now, a bag trailer, like the tilter bag trailer, it should be pretty easy to be able to make that work. But yeah, that's probably where I'm going to end today's video. So if you guys are going to Burnout Masters, remember, come say hey, don't be a stranger. I want to meet you guys. Also, if you are new here and you want to subscribe to the channel, follow along with the build. It is only going to get crazier and wilder from here. So if you are going to subscribe, make sure you ring that notification bell so you get a notification every time we upload, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Another update in the merch, still just waiting. No news. I'll give you news as soon as there is news. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, which will be Monday, 6 p.m., which will be Burnout Masters content. It's going to be some 6 skids and yeah, just a good vlog at Sydney Dragway. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace.
I've been in thugging, you bitching and bugging, there's nothing that we got in common. I've been out grinding and hustling, investing this paper, got tired of eating that ramen. All of my music be heat, I ain't missing a beat, I've been blessed with impeccable timing. Watch all them people who friendly, it turn into envy whenever they see that you shining. Okay, I'm